What's up, card family? Today I have another video response, this time for GW573. If you don't know Greg, he's got a great channel. He has got a really cool collection. He likes Harmon Killebrew, just like me, and so you know he's a good guy. The response that he wants you to give is he wants you to show your top 10 favorite cards. I feel like I've probably shown most of my favorite cards, so I wanted to do something different. So hopefully this counts, Greg. This is just a little idea that I had, and to do my top 10 favorite card backs. So I'm going to show off the backs of some cards and why I like them. Now, I didn't go through my entire collection and look at the backs and read the backs of every single card I had, so maybe this isn't my top 10 favorite, but this is 10 card backs that I picked out. Actually, this is 11 because I did have an honorable mention. Just because this one's so stupid. So this is 1973 Harmon Killebrew, and because I wanted to show a Killebrew. And it says, Harmon enjoys watching television. It's like the Topps executives were like, get me a fact on Harmon Killebrew. And they're like, he likes TV. I don't know. They couldn't come up with any. That was the best they could come up with. Anyways, so into the top 10. I guess we're starting at 10 and going down to 1. So here's a 1970 Topps Hank Aaron Sporting News All-Star card. Now, this isn't particular to Hank Aaron. I just think these are cool backs. I like they have the little picture of the guy and the yellow and a little fact about him, and I just think they have cool backs. So you could pick any player out of this set. So you see he was the 1969, he had 14th years in which he scored 100 or more runs, breaking Lou Gehrig's record. So it's pretty cool. And then this one I liked. This is 1933 Gaudy Muddy Rule. The front of this is actually way cooler than the back. Look at that picture, man. That's badass. And anyways, it says that he's a lawyer as well as a ball player, studied in the winter months and passed the bar, has been playing in the American League since 1917, caught Walter Johnson for 5 years, played in 2 World Series, now playing in his home city after serving New York, Boston, Washington, and Detroit. Smart catcher and timely batter. Muddy Rule is 37, 5 feet 8 inches in height, and weighs 160 pounds. Bats right-handed. Last year hit .235 in 50 games and fielded .989. So I think it's cool that he was a lawyer. So how many players these days are lawyers, you know? I don't think very many. So this is cool. This player is going to show up a couple times. Another one where the front is really cool, Eddie Yost. And you know these older cards always have cool stuff on the back. So it says Eddie's been a great Washington third baseman for 9 years. He has a talent for getting on base and led the AL in walks for 4 years. Eddie went to New York University in the offseason and graduated in 50. And that's what I thought was cool, was they said, they got the little professors there. Look at my collection of Yost autographs. He's got the exam papers. So yeah, if I would have been his teacher, I'd definitely been collecting his auto too. So I just thought that was kind of cool. This is a really fun set, Topps Kids, and I wanted to show off the backs of one of them. I have several of these that are autographed. Actually, I have Wade Boggs, Harold Baines, Chili Davis, and Nolan Ryan. I don't think I have any more, but these are really cool. They got the comic cartoon backs. So Herbeck led the league with a Twins club record 9.973 fielding percentage in 1990. So there he is, vacuuming up the balls. We have the Fun Box. Baseball players love nicknames. Here are some of the all-time greats. Coco from Cesar Gutierrez. Played from 1967 to 71. I'm not familiar with Coco Gutierrez at all. The Phantom. Julian Javier. So is it Julian Javier or Julian Javier or Julian Javier? You'd think they both got to be the same. It's Julian Javier, Julian Javier, or Julian Javier. Okay, and Mr. October. So yeah, these are cool. Now here's one, not particularly special of the card back. This is the Dave Winfield rookie card, except for the facts on the back, Jack. A lot of people don't know this about Dave Winfield, but he was one of the best college pitchers of all time. He's a Minnesota native. Had a 1.5 ERA at U of M as a sophomore to lead the Big Ten Conference. He was 9-1 in 1973 and set school records with 109 strikeouts and 82 innings. Hit .385 in 73 for second place in Big Ten Conference and was MVP of the 1973 College World Series. He was drafted by the Vikings and the Atlanta Hawks and the Padres. So he's drafted into the NFL, NBA, looks like the ABA as well. It doesn't say what team. And the MLB. So man was crazy athletic. And it says he was born the same day Bobby Thompson hit his NL pennant winning homer. So I thought that was a cool back. Here's Mr. Yost again, this time on a Bowman. And I just like the advice that he gives on the back here. My Advice to Youngsters by Eddie Yost. Any boy who is interested in playing baseball must be willing to sacrifice. He must be unselfish. He must cooperate, he must possess team spirit, and above all, he must have sincere interest in the wonderful game of baseball, being willing to work hard in order to improve. A good adage for him to remember is that dreams plus dreams equal dreams, but dreams plus action equals success. This applies not only to baseball, but to all fields of endeavor. So some nice advice there from Mr. Yost. Cool card back there. And then we have the classic card tunes. Kirby Plunkett. And this got an interesting little thing on the back. It says, "You be the umpire." Just as outfielder Kirby Plunkett races to the fence for a fly ball and leaps to pluck it out of the air, a fan pours a beer on his head. As the umpire, you should throw the fan out of the game for interference, signal the beer vendor to return to the bleachers, award the hitter a bad hops double, take away Plunkett's batting license unless he can pass a smellyzer test. And it says the answer is C, that you're going to give the hitter a bad hops double. So now they have fan interference. They didn't have it at that time, I don't believe. Or at least not to the extent and specificity that they do today. Okay, here we have a 97 Embossed Atomic Refractor, Silver, Uncommon, Chris Carter. And I just like the back of this because it is slick. And it's one of the few cards where they put the same technology on the back of the card as they do the front. So it's got that refractor atomic deal. You can see how the card is embossed and got a nice picture of Chris there. So I just thought that's super badass. All right, then we're down to two left. You got a 1939 Play Ball Charlie Gilbert, which is a cool card enough, but then you read the story on the back. Charlie Gilbert, outstanding athlete of Lebanon Valley College, where he won 11 letters in various sports, excuse me, was well on his way towards becoming one of the National League's greatest shortstops. while a member of the St. Louis Cardinals. When a hunting accident in which he sustained a gunshot wound to his leg kept him out of action for several years, doctors and critics alike felt that Charlie's baseball career would be ended, but his courage and strong will spurred him along the comeback trail. After his accident, he reported back to the Cardinals, was sent to the Cincinnati Reds, and then, after a short stay in the minor leagues, was acquired by the Washington Senators. This year with the Senators, he is making good as a shortstop for them. So that's really cool. In a bad hunting accident, he said he is never going to play ball again. He made the comeback and played for the Senators. So I thought that was a badass story. Thought that was really neat. All right, and then the number one card is a card that I love. I just love this card. I love everything about it. So it's a 1974 Wonder Bread Alan Page. It's a bright yellow. It's a graded at 8. You see it's off-centered a little bit, east to west. But great picture of the great Alan Page, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, and one of only 2 defensive players to ever win NFL MVP, the other being Lawrence Taylor. So the back of this card is just badass. I love this card. So I love the number inside the slice of bread. That's cool. I love this picture, and then I love this little description here. How to tackle the passer. As you approach the passer, throw your hands high and wave them in order to block his vision. Do not jump into the air, or he will merely sidestep and you will hurtle by him. Drive straight into the passer, bringing your arms down vigorously from their upraised position. Use one hand to knock his free arm and bring your other arm down against his passing arm. Hit him high with your head and shoulders and use a bear hug to force him to the ground. Does that sound a lot like roughing the passer to you? Because it sure does to me. So it's interesting that that is how they would have taught you how to sack the quarterback back then, and now they wouldn't let you sack him that way. But I just think that's super cool. I love that description. Love this card. And so yeah, so that was my top 10. I've put my little drawing of Gene Wilder, Young Frankenstein, by Reindeer Studios. I've had this for a while. I've shown it off before, but just thought I'd have something cool in the background for this video. Well, anyways, thanks a lot, Greg, for the chance. He's giving away some great prizes, so go check him out. I'm going to put his link in the description, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. We'll see you later.